Getting some soil testing done. I know there's some opinions that it's not great to do it on ripped ground. Kind of an afterthought here, but yeah, some guys say it's fine, some guys say it's not. I'm not doing grids. I'm just walking around, obviously, no GPS on an iPad or anything. And just getting a general idea of some things, because switching the way we plant corn next year, and you guys will see that here shortly. And I really shouldn't call it an afterthought. I've been wanting to do this. It's just that this is when the timing worked out, and it's not ideal, but it's better. And like I said, some guys don't mind the ripped testing, some guys do. I am trying to hit like between the shanks where the soil structure is a little more intact, and if I feel it just kind of all mixed up and soft, I'm trying to avoid those areas to get a more accurate test. Oh boy, 5 degrees. We got her going. Let her warm up here for quite a while. Yeah, it didn't stay running for long. We gelled up. Here she is. It's an older truck. It's a 93. The price was right, and it's gonna be a big help for tending the air cart this spring, keeping more fertilizer on hand so we can keep the planter moving. There was a third one here in between these two, but yeah, this is the one we ended up with. And now it's 2 days ago was the coldest day of the year, and yes, last night was very cold as well, but we're gonna try a fuel filter, got the block heater and a NIPCO going on the generator, and if that don't work, we'll come back next week and get it. Got the Borgalt, I think that's how you say it, air cart. We got some fertilizer openers. I didn't have hardly anything to do with this, but working day shift these last couple months. We've got them compressed right now because these from a manifold we're reusing. We just wanted to make sure they were going to clear if they were to bottom out in the field. We need to run hose to it, obviously. The tender seems to be operational. The tires are really good. From just looking things over, it looks tough, but the little bit we're going to ask of it is going to pay itself off easy, just having to not wait on the co-op. Looks like they converted the big hose, supply hose. We may have to shorten this a little bit. It was like had a piece of metal in between. We just wanted it to flex all the way. A little close to our hitch. We're gonna take these steel lines off, whatever you want to call them, and we've got enough extension to make it back here so that those don't get damaged in a turning process. Looks like they made the connection, but I'm afraid as we pick up and set down and turn in the field, they may get into trouble. We'll see. We gotta drag it around in the field here a little bit and just test it. I think this thing had sat for a couple of years from the guy we bought it from. We got a little leak here. Once he gets the fan going, I'm trying to distinguish which one of these hoses was dripping. There it is, real good. Pressurized is good. Well, this seems to be all right. It seems to be flexing during got warmer. Got a couple of these. Just trying to get an idea is if we got things done right. We're gonna go drag it through the field and just make sure things are not pinching before we go and do all the rows. You kind of see that opening that those openers are gonna open, and then it falls back, and that's where the fertilizer is gonna blow out of. That is pretty cool. Well, that's why you test it. They'd probably be okay, but when we put the row units down, we were trying to imagine that as we were mounting those things, because they're designed for liquid fertilizer. We want them to be tipped a little more so they don't put so much pressure on the line and wear through. We are going to wrap the lines in something, but still, we have the time to address it. We're going to try to angle those a little differently. My first day off, and they have been busy. Looks really good. We watched some videos on YouTube, and that one guy had a 24 row and he routed the hoses out off the tank like that. Seems to look and work pretty nice. Right now we're going to do some catch tests. A little bit of a guessing game. We've adjusted which sprockets we got on here. And the front tank is bigger than the back tank. We're hoping for between the two, about 2 to quarter, 200 to 225 pounds an acre. So the shed behind us is 100 feet divided by 30 feet wide. We think we're supposed to have, I don't remember what we're supposed to have now, about 13 pounds or 14 pounds in this 100 feet, if my math is right. Tell you that the tender truck rips, but we do need to figure out a little more of a flexible end that we can attach on and off with the way it folds. But I need to get going to an auction to pick up some stuff here. Just want to do one quick calibration check to know if we're in the ballpark and how much we have to adjust it tomorrow. It's hard to see, but it is coming out. He's going to go the length of the shed, weigh them both, times by 14.5, I think it was. The perfectionist side of things is the front tank's a little bit bigger, so we have different sprockets on there to try to get them to empty out at the same time. It's the same product. We're not doing two different products. They're blended together. A little bit of hiccups here and there, but it's going to be worth it. 4 new tires on the main frame. There was some with these NTs. We've had it where the mud gets in there, and there was cord showing on one of them. Once we did the old swap, we saw cracks on another. Just did all 4 on the main frame here. We got the safeties in, so he's going to pick up here, and I'll pull the safeties out so they can all share the weight. The thing is basically ready to go. Holding off. They're talking damaging hail in a couple days, and we're not going to be in the field anyways. This thing's calibrated for the rate we want. We got 4 new mainframe tires on. We've had some issues with the frame control going up and down. There's 3 relays up in here that we're going to replace that we think we traced it to. I didn't want holes to get punched in the tarp. We do have about 10 tons of product. Well, not anymore because some's in the air cart, but didn't want that to get blasted apart in the hail. So pulled that inside. Yeah, they're not backing down on the forecast. Talking tornadoes, 2 to 3 inch hail, straight line winds, you name it. I think we're going to disconnect the air cart. It's a little bit of work, but that way we can get all the planter and the tractor in the shed with all the plastic seed hoppers and tanks and lines and vacuum hoses. Try to minimize stuff that can get cracked here. You can see how humid it is. The floor is starting to sweat. We're going to have to push the chemical in, pull the truck further in, but it's going to be worth it here. I don't know. It sounds like it's going to get western. All for nothing, but I'd rather have it that way than to have damage. There was rotation on radar, not too far from here, and a machine shed that they replaced a rotor gearbox on one of the combines a few years back. That farm got pretty well knocked over, so it was the right call to put everything away just in case. But yeah, see, on a NT planter, things get pretty tight when you fold it up. It's definitely a lot going on between the liquid pump and the dry fertilizer, but I am excited. You can see here when we unhooked last night, afternoon before the storm, just a quick little color coat job so we know which one goes where easily when we hook up. Put the fertilizer tube back in, tighten the clamp, and